So hi everyone, I am Chandra, Chaitanya's Python support. So now we are on weekly test 06 requirement. So for the weekly test 06 requirement, so we will be giving you a mini project. So the project here, it has some input and we will ask some questions. So these are the questions. So around we will be having total 12 questions here. So you need to answer the 12 questions. So for the initial step for each and every question, so we will be having some the basic skeleton. So this is what the skeleton for the each and every function and the question. So we will be having here. So we'll just go through the discussion of the weekly test 06 requirement. So now we'll start. So here this you are given a Python program that reads the data from two CSV files, so named with capitals.csv and universities.csv. So here the CSV stands for the comma separated values. So it means here, so you will be giving the two inputs. The first input is capitals.csv. So this file is having some of the data. So we'll just go through the headers. So what are all the headers we will be having? And the first column of the header is the country name, and the second one is the capital, and the third one is the latitude, the fourth one is the longitude, the fifth one is the country code, and the sixth one is the continent. So we'll just go through this one. The first country name is Somaliland, and the capital is Hargeisa, and latitude is 9.55, and the longitude is 44.06, and the country code is null here, and the continent is Africa. So this is one of the file named with the capitals. So in this file you will be having some data. So how much data it has? It is around 245. The first line is the headers. So it is total including the headers, it is total 246. So if I remove this the first row, so it will be 245. So this is the one file, and another file is called universities.csv. So this is another file as an input. So let me go through this universities.csv. So here, so in this file also we could see some of the data, and in that the first column and the first header is nothing but a code, and the second one is world rank, third one is the institute name, fourth one is the country, fifth one is the national rank, and degrees offered, average cost, and the score. So these are the columns we will be having. And here if I can go down, so how much data this file is having? So it is 101, including the first row. The first row is called the headers. So if I remove the first line, it will be the 100 data. So here if you see here, TDEZ, that is the code, and the world rank is 1, and the institute name is Harvard University, and the country is USA, national rank is 1, and these are the degrees are offering by this university: BSc, MSc, MEng, diploma, MPhil, PhD, and the average cost for this university is 14,000, and score is 100. So these all are the university codes, and these all are the world rank in the institute names, and these are the countries and the national rank. These are the degrees offering, and these are the cost, and these are the score. So this is what the input from the two files we will be having. So now the same thing I mentioned what we discussed for each and every file. The capital file contains the various columns is saying the country name, capital, latitude, longitude, country code, and the continent. So for each column, what it represents, I just given brief here. You just go to the each and every point. And the second one is the universities. So this file is also contains some Some columns is nothing but this code, institute name, country, national rank, degrees offered, average cost, score. So now we'll come to our actual requirement. So here, read both files, process the data, and provide various functions to analyze the university or the institute information. So based on different criteria. So refer the file named with rank.py. So this is our the basic skeleton of this project. So here we can see the starting and ending. Here it was there. It is there, and in between this you need to write the logic. So based on the question. So all these are our functions it has. We'll go through one by one. And now here. So this file provides the skeleton of the code and the rest of the logic needs to be right. So now we'll start the first question. The first question is function. The function is named with read files and this function is accepting two parameters. So one is unifile name and another is capital file name. So read both files and prepare the required data to process further. So here coming to the first parameter. So what is the first parameter? So unifile name. So what it represents? It is the input file name. So whatever the university's file we will be having, so that file name or the location of the particular file we need to give it here. So this is the universities.csv as the first parameter, and the second one is the capitals file name. So this is also one of the input, one of the parameter for the function. The input file name or location of the file with the name is capitals.csv as the second parameter. So we'll go to the skeleton. So here, so this is our function read files.csv. So this function is accepting two parameters. One is unifile name and the capitals file name. So we need to write the logic here to read those two files, and we need to collect the unique data of the countries and the unique data of all universities. Okay, so this is what the first question. So based upon this data preparation, so we can solve remaining all the questions. So one is the countries and another one is all univies. It is nothing but all universities. So this is what our first question. So we need to, so we have the two input files is named with the unifile name, capitals file name, which is nothing but universities.csv and the capital.csv. So these are the two input files we'll be having. So we need to capture the universities and the countries. Now we'll come to the second question. The second question is, so find country by name. So this is one of the function. So this function is accepting two parameters. So one is a country name, another one is a countries. So find and return the country details by name. So here the first parameter, the country name. Country name is the input parameter and the another parameter is nothing but the countries is the countries which are available. So at the first question itself only we will be preparing the countries. So this will be applicable for all the questions and all universities. This will also applicable for all the remaining questions. So we have captured the unique data by reading the files, and now the second one is so find the country name. So the first parameter is the country name. I will give this country name, and the second parameter is the countries. It is list of countries. So based upon this country name or these country details I need to write. So here it is given the written country. If it is exist, if it is not exist, it just simply written false. So correct? Yes. So now the third question. The third question is get all codes, and this is the function. And for this function, the input parameters are all univious. So what here it is asking? Find and return all the codes of the institute or the universities. So if you observe carefully here in the universities, so there is one column is called the code. So we need to find all these codes and write it uh, as the output. So we'll just go to the skeleton of it. So here, if you see def, this is the function definition. Get all codes, this is the function name, and this function is accepting all universities. And we need to write all the codes. So in between these, the codes equals to set. In between this, you need to write your logic. This is what the third question. So now we'll go for the fourth question. The fourth question, the function name is get distinct countries. And for this function, the input parameter is all univious. Here the question is find and return a set of all country names available only in all univious. So in our first question, so we are prepared the countries and all univious. All univious is a dictionary. The countries is the list of countries. So from that we need to find the countries names. And here there is another statement is called not looking at all the countries. So from the countries data 5, which is the input file. We are not looking the countries from the input file. We are looking the countries which are all available in all univious dictionary. And the skeleton of this function is the fourth question. So this is the function definition and this is the function name. Countries, it is accepting all univious parameter, one parameter, and here it is the distinct countries is the set, and that particular set has is the return value. It is our output. Clear? Next, the fifth question. So get distinct continents. It is quite similar to fourth question, and this is also accepting all universities as the input parameter. And here we'll just go to the question find and return a set of continents name available in all univis dictionary, and not looking at all the continents from the countries data file. So clear, the fifth one it is quite similar and it is the same for the function, the skeleton here. Distinct continents, all univious is the input parameter, and the distinct continents we need to write it as the output. And now the next question is, so get top int rank. So this is the question and the function name here it is, and this function is accepting two input parameters. So one is the country name and another one is all univious. So here the question is finds and return the university that has the highest international rank. It is nothing but the world's rank, highest world's rank within the selected country. So as we already saw in the first introduction itself, so we could see many countries, and with the many countries we can see. So among those countries, whatever the country name we are given, among those we need to find the highest international rank, highest world rank, and return the world rank and the institute name for within the provided country. So we'll just go to the skeleton of it. So this is the function. So get top int rank. The input parameter is country name and another input parameter is all univious. So this is the country name we will be having here, and so here our logic need to be right, and the return as mean the output is should be the international rank and the university, the top university name and that particular university international rank. It is a world's rank. We need to write it, the logic to find it. Okay, and now the seventh question. So get top NAT rank. This is the seventh question. For this question, we will be having a function is called get top NAT rank. And this function is accepting two input parameters. So one is country name, another one is all unique. It is quite similar to the sixth question. So, but here we are asking the national rank. So here the question is finds the university that has the highest national rank. So within the selected country, the national rank. If I go to this university, so here this column is the national rank. I can see, and the national rank within the selected country. So this is based upon this country. We need to write the highest national rank and return the national rank and the institute name for the given country. So now the skeleton of this is, so this is the one. So get top NAT rank and we need to write our logic and the return is the national rank and the top university. So this is the seventh question. And now the eighth question. So get AVG score. This is one of the function and this function is accepting the country name and all universe. And the question is, so find and return the average score of the all universities. So within the selected country. So based upon this country, we need to find the average score of all universities and the value, which is nothing but the written value output. The value should be rounded within two decimal places. So it means, so here it means, let's example that. So this is my output. I got it 13.1245698. But I don't want all the decimal numbers. So I want only two places of decimal numbers. So that is nothing but 13.12. This is what I want the output, overall output here. So for the eighth question. So now we'll go to the skeleton of this eighth one. So this is the function name. So get AVG score. The country name is one of the input parameter. All universe is one of the input parameter. So here I have written this method is called round and I need to find out the average score and the decimal number should be 2. Clear? Yes, and for this average, so I just given it here how to get it the average here. Just resize it. So here if you see the total of all university scores within the selected country by the number of universities within the selected country multiply with 100 for the average score. Next, the ninth question. The ninth question is get relative score continent. This is the function and the function is accepting two parameters. One is country name and the one is all universe. And the question here is, so find and return the relative score to the continent and the ratio between the average score, which is nothing but what we calculated in the question number 8, the ratio between the average score divided by the highest score within the continent. And the output of this score, it means the value should be rounded within two decimal places. For the relative score also, I have something to show you. So for finding the relative score, the average score, what we found in the eighth question, by the highest score within the continent where the selected university is located into means the multiply with the 100, we will be getting the relative score. And the skeleton of this ninth question is, so this is the one. So get relative score continent, the input parameters of the country name, and all universities. It should be rounded. It should be rounded with the two decimal places. Now the next question is, which is the 10th question. So get unim with a capital. So this is my function name, and this function is accepting two parameters. One is the country name, another one is all universities. And what is the question? So find the institute or the university code. Find the institute or the university code based on user input country name. So based on this country, we need to write the university code. So let's go to the skeleton of this one, the 10th one. So this is the function name, get universe with the capital, sorry. And the input parameter is the country name, and another input parameter is all universities. So this is set, I just declared. So this is our return output. We need to find out the capital with the country name based upon the country name. So we need to find out. So in this block, we have to write the logic to get it. And the next question is, study in one place. This is the function, and this function is accepting two parameters. One is the country name, another one, sorry, the four parameters, four input parameters: the country name, degrees, budget, all universities. Here the question is, find and return the list of codes of institutes, so which matches a search criteria. So first we'll go through the input parameters what we have. The first parameter is the country name. So this is the country name, and the second parameter is the all universe. So all universe or the universities, all the universities. And the third parameter, the second parameter is, so degrees here. So list of degrees user want to search in the institutes. So the degrees here, it is a list. So list of degrees we can pass. And the budget is the input parameter which helps to search the institute. So for example, let me go for one of the example. So here, what is my first parameter, which is the country name. So here, this is my country I have. So this is my country I have, for example, USA, or else we can take this United Kingdom, the sixth row. So United Kingdom. And what is the second one? Degrees. So for example, degrees, or I wanted to search with only BSE and PhD. BSc and PhD. So these two degrees should be present in my search. So one is the country name, another one is BSc MSc, or sorry, BSc PhD. I wanted to search. And the budget, here this budget is 10,000. I'll just give the 30,000. So within the 30,000, I wanted to search, and all universities. So now we'll just cross verify. This is my country, and this is my degrees. I want BSc and PhD, and my budget is 30,000. So within this budget and within this course and within this country, how many universities are there? So those I need to return. Those are my output. Here we need to write the course, the university's course. So now we'll go to our skeleton, and here you can see this is the function name, and the country name, degrees, budget, all universe, all these are the input parameters. So here my return statement, my output is course. I need to write the course. So in between this, here we need to write the logic. So get the output. So clear? Now the last question is study in two places. This is the function name, and this function is accepting the first code, first degree, second code, second degree, budget, all universe. So let's say I have from the universities we'll go. Let's say I have the first code. I wanted to give this one AZON. So this is my first code, and my first degree is so BSc I will give, and my second code is so let's say CTVT, and my second degree is BSc. My first degree is also BSc, second degree is also BSc, but my first code is AZON and the second code is CTVT. And what is the next? Budget. So my budget is, so here it is 13,000 and here it is 18,000. So my budget is 20,000. I can able to pay up to 20,000. So I am eligible for all the universities which average cost is below 20,000. So if in this case from I need to search from all the universities. So in this case I want to write and return true or false whether my search criteria, my search is applicable within this whatever the parameters I passed. I should write true or false. Here it is the same thing. Here it is written find and confirm with a true or false. Whatever the search we discussed now, if it is satisfying, so we need to write it as true. If it is not satisfied, we need to write it as a false. So this is what I just given it here. The first code and the first degree is the first code is the institute code and the first degree is the degree name. So which is offered by the university, and the second code, second degree. So the another search criteria and whether this is offered by the institute or not, I wanted to check. And the next one is budget. Budget is the input parameter to search the institute fee within the range. Then the same here, the skeleton of this function is study in two places, and the skeleton of this function is, so this is the one, the first degree, second degree, first code, second code. My search criteria is meets the requirement, so then I need to write the true. If it is not meets the requirement, then I need to give the false. So if any other except this, so we are returning this something went wrong. So this is my the last question. So hope you understood the explanation. So if you have any further queries in the requirement, you you feel free to reach me. So any kind of questions or the doubts you have, so you can reach out to me. I will be helping you. And another important thing is, so this particular mini project explanation is available in our YouTube channel. So you can go to the YouTube channel and the link I will be providing you. So it will be available. So you can go through that video link so that it will helpful for you to capture each and everything in the explanation. So thank you all. Bye.